this is dealing specifically with the Healthy Indiana Plan,
Okay.
which was how we expanded Medicaid.
Yep.
And it went through a lot of changes over the course of, the 4 months we were in session. But really what happened at the very end and what it looks like now is that the bill mandates that FSSA can only restrict enrollment if it surpasses the amount of money that we have for funding of Medicaid.
Okay.
So the amount of money that they've put in the budget, if for some odd reason enrollment surpasses the dollar amount that we have available, they will have to restrict enrollment.
Okay.
But not until we've reached our limit.
Mm-hmm.
The other piece is they put in a work requirement where individuals have to have 20 hours of either volunteer or work to maintain their enrollment status.
And that's something that's actually happening and being discussed on the national level as well.
Yeah.
So the work requirement thing, and this is our second go around with the work
requirement.
That's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Work requirements.
Yes, the first go round was during the Daniels administration, and I believe it was actually after we got everything ready to go live for the work requirement. It was actually removed by the federal government, or not removed, but struck down.
Okay. And so, but there is an important
piece to Senate Enrolled Act 2 because we actually did not take an outward position on this other than we really wanted, if they were going to require work requirements, I shouldn't use that same word in the same sentence, but if they were going to go forth with work requirements, we wanted it to either, one, have an exemption for caregivers, or use caregiving hours to count as your hours.
Yeah, because it's like, 20 hours?
It's 20 hours a
20
week.
weeks.
Or
okay.
If you're not doing 20 hours a week, you could risk losing your benefits.
Yeah.
But we worked really hard getting this either, an exemption or a qualifying factor where caregiving can count as those 20 hours. In the end, we were very grateful. Representative Clear was able to get an amendment in the House Ways and Means Committee that exempted caregivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And actually, let me just make sure I say this correctly. The exemption would be for a parent, spouse, or caretaker who is personally providing care for an individual with a serious medical condition or a disability.
That's a big win.